Hello there everyone, this is Celtic Guardian 30 coming to you playing the classic Sega Genesis 2 game known as the Streets of Rage 2. This one was actually a very good favorite of mine back in the day. I would play a lot of it. So basically it continues on the story from the first Streets of Rage game, which involves three young cops that quit their jobs to fight against an evil syndicate organization that's led by this man right here, as you see on the screen, Mr. X. If you don't know what that sound is, it's just me cracking my knuckles because it always likes to take a fight on him. But this time, X is back with a purpose. He wants vengeance for his crimes against the city. Well, I'm guessing maybe it could be New York City, could be Seattle, could be anything, to be honest. So, to exact his revenge, he's kidnapped your best friend, Adam Hunter, and is forcing you, as Axel or Blaze, to face him in battle once more. But this time, you have backup. You have Axel's wrestling friend, Max, and Adam Hunter's kid brother, Skate. And this time, it's personal. So we're going to start off this game by picking one of the four players you see right there. For this one, I'm going with Axel. Alright, for stage one, we're starting on the streets. Now, as you can see, I just started walking around here, and then I actually used a special move. With the special moves, there's two versions. There's the standing one, which doesn't really take a lot of health unless you hit someone. And the other one is a moving one, which will take health regardless. So those ones are like desperate moves, so you want to use them only when you need to. Most of these guys on here are pretty easy. Depending on which mode you set it on, it could be easy, could be normal, could be even for those veteran or hardcore players. There is the very hard mode. For this one, we're going casual. I believe that games are meant to be played as casual. Now, for definition terms, the ones I've been fighting, those yellow jackets there, are known as yellow signals. They're a little bit more street fighting style. Most of the items I've been picking up here are money bags, which contains 1,000 points, or sometimes gold bar, which is worth 5,000 points, I think, unless it's 500, I could be wrong. Then there you got your yellow signals, your red signals, so basically it's this one we're finding the weaker versions of these characters. Now, I want to point out there's some characters who have different names, like McKay over there that gave me 10,000 points for beating him. Then you have Alette. I think they are part of the producing team from Sega Corporation of America, which I will give the hats off to them. Sorry we had to kick your butt, but you gave us a lot of points there, pal. Oh, pardon me, I just kind of buzzed a little bit. So the times on here is basically your 99 seconds, and sometimes it goes slow or sometimes it will go fast. Like for example there, it took roughly about 2 to 3 of our seconds here than just in game time. Now you notice I've been using a lot of a different special move that's known as the Dragon Uppercut. It takes no health, but it does do a lot of damage in combos, and it can be used as many times as you want. So it's basically dash twice, plus the attack button, which is B. Or since I'm playing on the PS4, PS5, it will be the attack button, which is the cross button. Now, weapons here are, if you're kind of not sure about what they are and don't want to use them, that's fine. Most of the ones I've been using there is like, okay, yeah, casual, we're going weapons here. So I defeated Jack there, and now I'm in the bar. This bar is actually run by the first boss, known as Barbin. Yeah, don't worry, if you see me breaking furniture, it's not really my problem, and plus, I don't have to pay for it, it's not mine. And I did there's a double KO, so 2 guys knockout, that's awesome. As you see, their signals are really tough when they do that, the slide and throw. Oh, slide and kick rather. But if you see them do a throw, I'm going to show you how I did the one trick that if you do end up getting thrown, there is a technique you do that actually lets you land on your feet like a cat. There's a lot of Galcias, a lot of Donovans. Donovans are a little bit more on the higher up of strength, but they can sometimes actually stop you from hitting them with the jump attacks. And we go to our second side boss here, known as Electra. And I'm thinking she could be cybernetic because I haven't seen her left arm, like her left hand, but I think it's been replaced with a whip attachment. So she'll either whip you like that, or she'll use a lightning chain, which will do a lot of damage. As I just picked up that one just for the heck of it. And Electra's falling down and out for the count. Okay, now from the bar here, we'll go to the back. It's starting to me for some reason. And I'm going to keep on fighting these guys, and there's our first boss there, which is known as Barba. Now, you saw him, he did throw me. Oh, we're not going to let that slide. No sirree. So we're going to spam a lot of the attacks of the Dragon Punch or the Dragon Uppercut. And that's a roasted turkey, so that will actually restore your health fully when you need it. And as you saw right there, I actually landed on my feet like, yeah, so in order to do that, you hold X, or the jump button, which is the case of the C button, and up at the same time. Just keep holding both of them, and you'll land on your feet. And you saw that, I just spammed out the Dragon Uppercut to beat Barbit, and that is our first stage right there. And I earned a free life there, so we're good. So we've got 2 free lives up there. Next up, we're on the bridge. Now this one we're going to be introduced to a gang member there known as the, I would call them the Storm gang for some reason. Because most of their names are revived from actual storms. So you got Gale, Tempest, Storm, Mist, even Blade. And no, I don't mean Blade like Blade from Marvel, DC, and all that. Like Blade, just a random name. Oh, Frost, right, there's Frost too. And most of the times, the ones with the motorcycle take 1 hit. When that happens, you gotta make sure you don't get hit by the motorcycle, or else you're gonna get hurt, and also it will act like a hand grenade. It will explode. And then you got Gale, got Fog. And also the best thing about this game too is that you can play up to 2-player mode, so it can be cooperative or you can be competitive. And also there's the versus. Now this one I actually did not change any mode settings whatsoever, so it's just me actually playing on normal. And we'll just Bruce Lee kick that guy. Yeah, I was right, the gold bars do have 5,000 points worth to grab. And those guys are really fast when it comes to punches. So don't hold back your punches and just knock them out. Now there's our green guy, Blade, as I mentioned. And we just beat Blade by throwing a weapon at him. And now we're going to go into the back of the truck here, which that's our part of our stage one here. So there's going to be a lot of parts of mostly 3 to 4. It's mostly going to be roughly, like I said, 3 to 4 parts. Sometimes it could be even 5 parts. So then we run into these martial artists here. As you saw, I was facing against Hyakcho, I guess his name was. Most of these fighters here are going to be represented by the ancient names of certain celestial beasts. Like Ryu Kokuru here. But then I'll use my Dragon Wing and we got out there, and that's part of the story. Alright, so we're leaving the truck and then we're closer to the city. That's part of it. And I'm now starting to see they changed from the lesser blue guys to now more of the greeners. So that means they're going to be a little bit on the stronger side and a little more durable. Now we got these ones here known as surgers. So mostly I think it's electric guys, but I don't know. But really not too much of a shock in there because they take the same amount of hits as those Galazes. And then there's our boss, Jet. Now with Jet, he's fairly easy, because most of the time he will try to just attack you from the air all the time. But if you get too close to him, or if he picks you up, he will slam you for a lot of points of damage. So don't let him grab you. And also he can be hit by thrown enemies too, so that's one of the bonus sides. And there's our turkey. And just do that kind of kick because that does a lot more damage on him. I'm just gonna grab turkey just for the completion, and we will go Bruce Lee on him. And that's the end of the second stage. Alright, so stage 3 is basically we're now at the carnival, or the arcade area. And we'll be more introduced into our beige pants guys here, and also mostly bikers. We got BT, Donovan, Z. Now BT, I think he might be the strongest bunch of the other guys, but I have no idea. And we run into an old classic right there, known as the Bare Knuckle Arcades. And you see a lot of guys are just playing it, so but we have to interrupt their fun, because they're, you know, criminals. A part of the organization ruled by Mr. Axel, and we need to get some information, but sometimes we have to beat it out of them. And I also grab the apple. Sometimes it's worth it, sometimes it may not be, but you never know. And there's Maven. Now, I don't know if he's part of the team as well, but we'll see how much points I get out of that. Yep, 10,000 points, so he is another associate. So sorry, dude, but you still got to get your butt kicked. Now we're going to the carnival here for pirates. Yeah, so I think this one, oh yeah, don't forget Joseph. Those guys that have a knife there, they'll run and try to slice you. Now I think this is one of the bigger parts in the game here. I think roughly there's 6 altogether. Look, they're short, so it's pretty simply straightforward. And I do apologize for my sniffles. I don't know why I'm so stuffed up. I think Martin there. No, yeah, Martin's a regular fighter, so he was not part of the association there. And you got Suzaku. Definitely, I think celestial fighters, celestial beings. And now we're gonna go on to the pirate ship. And this is where we actually discover our free life right about in that box there. That's closest to the right. If you see any of those, always pick them up right away. They are worth it. And we made our 2 ninjas, Kusanagi and Hanzo. And with my sword, oh man, we're going Celtic Guardian on these butts. And with the sword there, it actually makes it a lot easier to fight. But unfortunately, the next part of there, we can't carry weapons over, which is just to be fair. But dude, I would keep that ninja sword, to be honest. Alright, so we're back into, looks like the parking lot, but we're going to another ride, which is known as the Monsters. And there's our Lightning Lisa and Beano. And always when I was playing this game, I always find their laughing kind of annoying. And if you hear that whirring sound, like the wiring sound, it's actually my neighbor. He's doing some work, I guess. Now, a few times I did actually pause this game because I was actually getting a phone call and all that. But I edited it out, so if you see a little pause at the odd time, that I try to edit it out. And with a knife, Bino is down, and we go right into the monster maze here. Almost look like you're on set of Alien, but there's no alien here. Oh, and we meet the white pants guy here, Jonathan. And grab that ninja sword, man. Always grab the sword. They are your best friend. Then you got Brown, you got Jonathan, you got Purple Signal, and we're gonna teach these guys, yeah, don't mess with a man with a sword. Oh, he made me drop a sword. There we go, we got it back. I should make, if only someone wants to do a death count on how many people lost their life to the sword right here, be sure to free and idly add to the comments. As we continue on forward, we're going to be trying to almost get ambushed by these two. As you can see, the sword does actually almost a lot of damage to them, almost a third of the HP on them. And one hits on these guys, so yeah, we're going to rake up a lot of death counts here. Then we're going to run into this guy here. Now, for some Vela Elitis here, you cannot be hurt by weapons for some reason, so I keep losing my sword. I pick it up, I try to hit him with it, and it's gone, and his dog disappeared. So now we're just gonna beat him up. You made me lose my sword, you're gonna be eating some dragon fists. Which is actually the best thing to do against this guy. Even though he was an animatronic, he still had to get beaten up, and we will now progress against Ryuhin. Now he's really fast and somewhat annoying, but he will try to sashimi you with a sword. And also be careful with those eggs, they do explode. I almost lost 5 life there, but we got recovery, and I'm fighting now the main boss here, Zama. Now with Zama, he is advancement of slashers. So he will start jumping around like a circus acrobat, and he gets up pretty damn fast. But the sword is actually the best thing to use against this guy. And when you get close enough to him and he gets close to you, just slash him. And he will fall. And that's stage 3 for you right there. Now, this one here is number 4. It's actually trickier than you think. This is the baseball stadium. And there's going to be a lot of old Sega references on there. But the one I still don't know is like, it's like Boo. Like Boo what? Boo who? Boo you? I don't know. And we got guys sleeping on the bench, but they know it's me. They're going to say, oh, you evaded my turn. No, no, no. We're going to get you down there. And there's blue signal right there. But now we got Brash. There's our right suitor guys again. Well, geez, see? These guys are maniacs with knives. Where'd they learn the train from? Michael Myers? Alright, now I think we got another multi-hit again, so like multi-kill. There we go. This guy's just doing the moonwalk. And now we're going to our dark grayer guys. So we got U3, which is almost like Bono from U2. And we've got now Koshu and some reeds. And always I get the enemy hit. So almost like Captain America with his shield every time. So most of the time on this area here, when you're actually inside the stadium, there's gonna be a lot of people trying to attack me from all directions. So that was a triple. They're out of there. It's a knockout. Now, if you look up on where the scoreboard is, it'll say Bear 2. So it's a reference to this game itself. There's known as Streets of Rage 2 or Bare Knuckle 2 in Japan. And there's another triple, so we're hitting the home runs here now. And you got two sisters here, Sugar Q and Metal Lady, I think her name was. Yeah, Metal Maiden. Defeated Metal Maiden pretty fast. Now we got Surge Q, like Surge Cutie, I guess. But I think she kind of reminds me of those soldier ladies from the first Streets of Rage 1 game. Yeah, and definitely whenever you feel like you're getting ambushed, definitely use Dragon Punch. It will break them out. And now we're gonna meet a fat man down here. And his laugh is more annoying than the other ones. Oh, there it is. There's Big Ben. And there's his evil chuckle. Now, a thing with Big Ben is, depending on who your fighter is, if it's Axel, like I'm playing as him, or Max, he's easy to throw. But if you're Skate or Blaze, don't throw him. There's no chance you're going to throw him. He's actually going to overpower you on that one. And now we're going down to the hidden areas. And you're going to be basically in a gauntlet style fight. Just taking a drink here. Yeah, when I'm not out there being summoned by Yama Yugi for fighting against any other monsters in the realm, I always like to sit back, drink a few Pepsis, or this human drink, I guess. Very fuzzy, very sudsy, full of flavor. Now we're going against the darker colors here, like the Garums and such, like their outfits. Anytime you find any fighters like these guys, always go for one-sided because they will try to drop kick you. We got Haikuyo and Hakuro. So definitely celestial dragons or celestial spirits there somewhere. Now we're facing against the beige ones, and they're pretty easy to take down. And you got Hakuro again, and Hayuko again. So yeah, these guys just recovered. But we're gonna make sure they don't recover. I covered a little bit. Now we're gonna face against the big boss here, which is known Abadede. Now Abadede, he is monstrous. Because I think when I was fighting against him, there's the things you gotta know. You can't do combos too long or else he'll do a break attack like that. And he will always try to throw you and try to rush and hit you with a double strike. I think I lost maybe 3 lives on him. So just be careful with him. And if you notice in the background, they're cheering each time he hits you. But no better. I think he almost looks like Macho Man, Randy Savage, and almost Razor Ramon for just his physique and just his hair. And we just Bruce Lee kicked him. And now we're going to stage 5, known as the battleship. Because we gotta get to Mr. X and he has an island somewhere. Now we're facing against the Dark Pants ones here. They got Gudins, you got some Garums, which ironically isn't. When I think Garum, I'm thinking about the battle axe. And from the stories of King Arthur. And then we run into this guy, I think his name is Hart. Yep. Ooh, pardon me for a second. There. Now always make sure you get that apple. Because he'll either charge at you with a flame breath attack, which is strange. Eating too many jalapenos? I don't know. I think around there soon we're going to meet another opponent that's really strong, if you're not careful. Oh, not yet, okay. So this guy known as Viatico. And he's down. Yep, there's our guy, the Muay Thai fighters. You got sometimes Raven, sometimes Peasant, not Pheasant. These ones are named all after birds of prey, so just be careful on those guys. And then we meet Barbon's second partner there, Wayne. Yeah, you're not gonna throw me today, you jackass. So basically, the same strategy evolves when you're fighting him. Just use Dragon Punch, it's a lot easier, and you get a lot of damage in. If he tries to throw you, just do the same thing. Hold exit up and you'll land on your feet. Alright, now we're up the ship here. Oh yeah, the katana sword. Oh yeah, now we're back in business. And also we're facing up against Jet's other form, Mac. Or Mock. I think it's Mock. I think I jumped there too soon. Alright, if I drop the sword again, then it's gonna disappear. Then I got bikers. The calm before the storm. Oh, and we got Satsura. So we got now a couple of ninjas to fight. And be careful of those bikers out. Throw the grenades. Unfortunately, we can't fight back on them, so we just have to do our best to dodge the grenades. And since the sword's now right about halfway off the screen, I can't really get it, so we lost the sword again. So I have to go with the kunai. And when you hear that music, it means you gotta fight a boss. But this one kind of has another sub boss again. This time is Balloon. But that's not the real boss we're gonna fight yet. Because this laughing chuckle-headed hot air balloon is gonna get his butt beaten. But the one to really watch out for is this next one. He is no holds bar, really bad. The Rugged Bear. And he looks like a sailor, but he's definitely a big-time boxer. So just make sure you don't get grabbed by him because he will do a combo attack. It's just gonna hurt. When that happens, Dragon Wing him. It will take a little bit of your help, but you can't really stop it. And also he likes to jump too for a jump attack. But at least he's not trying to grab you like Abadede. Like he was just nuts. So this one he doesn't have that wild streak attack, but we can do always the Dragon Barrage. And when he does the jump, try to do the Dragon Uppercut or the Dragon Punch, and he is down for that. Well, no, you took my life, I'm taking yours. Your soul is mine. Fatality. And that's stage 5 for you right there. Then we're going to go to the next one, which is we're at the island. And then you got Unsai and Galaza, which is somehow they all survive the wreckage. It looks like the sun is rising. And we gotta fight against Genyosai. And this guy, he likes to jump around like a loony. And we gotta tell him to take a bath. Now, depending on how many players there are on here, sometimes there'll be a lot more enemies to fight. But I think it's just in general, there's going to be 4 big guys coming up. I think 2 Condors and 2 Ravens. Oh, we got Falcon, you got Condor, and Pheasant. Normally there would be 1 more, but I don't think so this time. And we took out Pheasant, not Pheasant, sorry, Condor and Falcon. And there goes Pheasant. Now we make our way through the road. It sounds like we're only going to like an army base. Now these guys gave me a bit of a hard time, the signals on this one. Because they always like to fly down and it's kind of hard to fight around when you're fighting on an angle. So always go with the Dragon Punch. Now I got through the sandbags, but I was able to jump up in time, but I still get kicked. I was really worried because if I missed the sandbag here, I think I would have missed an apple. No, just money. And now we got Big Boy here again, Gourmand, with his goon gang. Oh, he also has that big slap. I'd like to slap the crap out of him, which we will. Oh, you chuckle at me losing a life, huh, you bastard? Oh, we're gonna beat more out of you now. And also they got their bikes, so that's going to be a little bit of a challenge. So just keep high jump kicking just in case something does happen. Now we're up against Casca. And she's gone. Oh, we got another one. Renee. Or maybe Rain, I don't know. Somehow she always has at least 4 bikers. So until you defeat Renee, they always will appear. Or maybe she has 12, I don't know. There you go, she's done. She's down and out. Alright, got the boss music playing. That means we are close to the boss. Make sure you look around too, because we got the turkey here, so you're facing against Salver. And that looks like Jet, but it's not really Jet. I think it's a different person. Let's see, what's his name? Oh, that was close. Well, Salver, we're just beating the pants off him. Stealth. So we hit stealth a bit. And Salvador was actually the main boss, not stealth, so both of them are down and out. And that's stage 6. Now we found X's secret base there. We're going to go now to stage 7 to the robot factory part. Now fighting against Buffet, and you know, so there's a lot of fighters now who have more HP. So these guys may have trained a little bit more, or they're more now elite. Which doesn't matter to me. I still beat them by all the same. But this area here should give you a hint of what the next boss will be. If you haven't picked that up already, well, I'm not going to tell you just yet then. But if you did, kudos to you, my friends. Kudos. Pardon me. But about the rule of thumb here, as you see in those those floors there, if there is an item on there and it gets right to the end of that conveyor belt, chances are it will drop that item, so you won't be able to get it unless you're fast enough. Then you got Nola and her group of ninja. So I was able to grab that turkey in time. Now I think he tried to use me as a weapon. But as soon as I land on my feet, yeah, I'm not going to take any damage from that. But your friend, on the other hand, will. They got Dalala, Enola, and the other ninjas. But I think the darker ones are really more potent. So you gotta defeat them fast. But those ninjas are giving me a hard time. Now this one took me a bit of a while because he always jumps around like spinning like a shuriken. So he has a bit more speed to him. But as soon as he drops down, yep, that's gonna get him. He's gonna do that constantly, and that's gonna be annoying. Oh, just grab him and throw the kunai at him. You're good. Oh, never mind. Wait, aha. That just punch you in the face, and now you're done. Now, this is gonna be a gauntlet style. So that means it's gonna take you slowly up, so you gotta fight a whole lot of enemies at the same time. And that there is our olive signal. It looks like green, but it's olive. Or it could be dark signal. And now we're fighting against a jet fighter. I think what was his name? Oh yeah, Griffiths. And Griffiths is out. Now don't take that turkey just yet, as I haven't taken it yet. You will need it. Then you got Ho-Oh, which is the flaming bird. Hoa, Mitsu, and what was the other one? See Ryu. They definitely always give with the sword because the sword is the best weapon to have. Even though they block it, they still take damage. But like I said, if you drop it too many times, it will disappear. Just notice the sun's starting to shine up there. Oh, we got two more big guys to fight. Henry and Soya. The joke's on you guys. I'm gonna kick your asses. Most times when you punch him, kind of set up for the dragon punch. And now up comes the two bosses. Remember about that robot factory I was mentioning? Well, here are your bosses. Molecule and Oxygen. Now the rule of these guys is I don't throw them, because if you hold on to them too long, they will deliver a particle attack. So it wasn't Oxygen, it was a particle. Okay. And they do hit with their Morningstar arms. But they're very susceptible to combos. But they do get up pretty darn fast. And they both exploded. And that's stage 7. Now we're at the final stretch here. The confrontation of Mr. X. So this is gauntlet style again. So mostly you're going to be fighting sub-bosses all the way. Like this guy here, I think this one's Oxygen. But the first sub-boss you're going to be fighting is another version of the R Bear Jr. Well, I did throw him, but I wasn't too long on it. So if you're not quick enough, you could throw him without getting electrified. Now, knowing the moves from the previous opponents, that does give me an edge here. And with that, Bear Jr.'s down. So they're going to be coming from the sky, and then we'll be fighting against the bigger foes. Like I said, this is Gauntlet style now, so we're going to have more sub-bosses than others. So the first one is Vulture. And since this is a small area, they won't be able to move around anywhere as much. Also, they'll be still on the screen at all times, so you have a fair fight here. And this one you're facing against is Nail. And I do lose one life here, but I will get back on my feet. So the next one to fight on here is a wrestler, I believe. Yep. The Kasando. Like I said, for the previous strategy, I always learn from. In this case, no long combos, just get them when it hurts. He won't be able to stop you, and you can get him out easy. And now we're at the top floor here, which waiting for you is Mr. X and his right-hand man, Shiva. Now, the first time I ever fought against Shiva, it took me a really long time to be able, and he signals him to fight. Because he will keep on doing his dodging, his jumping around and such, and he always does that one combo known as the final crash. Like he tried there. But he does have some good music as the final sub-boss, so we can grant him that. We'll grant him that. Now we fight Mr. X, who has a weapon, the Tommy gun. And he does his evil laugh, of course, every time. Definitely get him with your dragon punches, and he will shoot anyone around him, even his own men. Now we're on my last life, because one counts as a 1, that's 0. But if you're able to get past his gun blast without getting hit by him, that's good. But he'll always summon at least one Galata and one Donovan. So they basically give you points on this case. Man, I'm nearly down on my life here. This is not good. Oh man, I'm very close to dying. But we're not going to let that stop us. We're going to keep going till the bitter end. Oh man, I got one shred of health left. I gotta make this play count. Will I be able to do it? Will I? And the answer is yes, I am. There goes his bullets. That is so very close. I am so happy I got this done. He is done. The game is over. He's dead. We go back and get our friends. Well, I do hope you all guys enjoyed that video there as much as I love playing this game. And enjoy the cutscenes. I am Celtic Guardian 30, signing off.